Hi, my name is Aviva Abrams, and I'm the owner of Aviva Pilates Studio in Miami Design District. Thank you so much for joining us for our in-home fitness workout program due to the coronavirus. So today I want to bring you our first workout that I teach when you come to the studio as a brand new client. So if you are coming to our studio, this is the flow we would give you. I hope you enjoy. We're going to begin laying on your back. You're gonna reach the arms over the crown of the head, extend the legs nice and long. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Then I want you to blow out through your mouth, squeezing the abdominals in, feeling that release of the core into the spine. Then again, inhale, ribs widen. And exhale as you blow out through your mouth. Good, notice the natural arch in your lower back. Then we're gonna take the hands onto the ribs. You're gonna spread the forefingers wide, the thumbs to the back of the ribs. And we're gonna start to initiate this breath a little bit more into the rib cage. Inhale, ribs widen. Then exhale, blow out through your mouth, squeezing the ribs together and in. So you're gonna breathe into the side and the back of the ribs as you inhale. Then as you blow out, contracting the ribs together and in. As you keep going, you want to keep the belly button pulling in so the belly doesn't move at all. Inhale, ribs widen. Then exhale, blowing out, squeezing the ribs together and in. We're going to do 5 more breaths. Inhale, ribs widen. Exhale as you blow out, feeling those ribs come together and in. Notice you still have this natural arch underneath your lower back called neutral. Inhale, ribs widen. And exhale as you blow out. This is our first principle of our workout. Inhale, setting the breath in motion. And exhale, blowing out. Good. Now, the Pilates breath is a controlled breath. So we do this style breath to build abdominal strength in the upper abs. So as you inhale and expand the ribs, you're using your upper obliques. And as you blow out and contract the ribs, the upper obliques are helping you squeeze the ribs together and in. We're also using the rectus abdominis, the top of the rectus abdominis, to contract the ribs together and pull them down and towards the spine. So those muscles are functionally activated as we take our exhale. Inhale, they expand, and exhale, they contract. Keeping the lower abdominals, the transverse abdominis from hip to hip, keeping the low abs engaged like a seatbelt. The lower rectus abdominis and the lower obliques are destabilizing right now. So we have functional movement and we have stabilization core control. Let's take 3 more breaths now that you're focusing on those muscles we just discussed. Inhale, ribs widen. Then as you blow out, feel those muscles pull together and in. Again, inhale. And exhale. 1 more. Excellent. Now we're going to build on that. So again, notice your natural arch. When the legs are straight, your hips are squared. The eye of those hip bones are reaching straight like laser lights. Now, hug the right knee into your chest. Notice the right side of the back starts to flatten. Then hug the left knee into your chest. And now your back is flat in an imprint position. So keeping your back flat, just take 5 breaths here. In through your nose. Then exhale, blow out, squeezing the abs nice and tight, feeling the back flat into the mat. Again, inhale through your nose, shoulders wide. Exhale as you blow out. 1 more, inhale. And exhale. Perfect. So when the knees go in front of those hip bones, it flattens your back, tucking those hips into a pelvic tuck, moving your back into an imprint position. Now slowly reach the legs back away, and we're gonna go back into that natural neutral spine. So knowing where your hips are placed is important, because when you're in an imprint, that flat back, you're working the abs in a shorter position. And when you have neutral, which we're in right now, you're working in a lengthened core position, so the muscles are longer. So it's important to cross-train the core and the abs so that you have great alignment, great posture and a strong core to help you throughout life. So now we're gonna talk about the ribs. So we have our breath, then the hip placement, then our rib cage placement. So your ribs, the more we do this Pilates breath, your ribs are gonna pull together and in, and you're gonna get upper abdominal strength right between the rib cage. Now, your arm positioning, as a beginner, you don't want your arms to pop. So if you bring the arms over your head like so try that, bring the arms over. Notice how those ribs are lifted and popping. So we don't want that to happen. So bring the arms to 90 degrees right up towards the ceiling. Notice how those ribs are a little bit drawn in and down. So that's a better spot to start as a new beginning person doing your Pilates work. And eventually, intermediate and advanced exercises, we bring the arms overhead, trying to keep that abdominal connection through the rib cage. So now keep the arms here. We're gonna focus on the shoulders right now. We're gonna inhale, lift the shoulders into what we call protraction, and then exhale, bring them back into the center of the body, neutral. Inhale as we lift, protract, and exhale, come back to neutral. So it's important to know how the shoulders move. Inhale as you lift the shoulders, exhale as you return. We're gonna do 6 more. In through your nose, exhale through your mouth, in through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Good. One more. Now pause in neutral. We're gonna reverse it into retract. Inhale, pull the shoulders in. Exhale, find neutral. Inhale, pull the shoulders down towards the ground, and then find your squared neutral. Inhale, retract. Exhale, neutral. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Perfect. Now you're gonna plant the hands down by your sides. Now, as you plant the hands, if you notice your shoulders rolling up like so, turn the palms up to help you roll the shoulders back and down. Now, if your shoulders are nice and relaxed, you can keep the hands flat. So we'll do 3 in each direction so you can feel the difference. So let's start with the hands flat. Inhale, slide the shoulders up. Exhale, slide them down. Inhale, we call this elevate. Exhale, depress, sliding down the spine. Inhale up, exhale lower. Now try it with the palms up. Inhale, slide shoulders up. Exhale, slide shoulders down. Inhale, exhale, use your breath. Pick your position. We're gonna do 4 more. So either palms up or palms down. Excellent job. Now, the last part of our alignment in the spine is the crown of the head. You want the crown of the head to sit right on top of the cervical spine so that indentation is higher than the chin. So you never want the chin to pop up like so. So if you're doing an exercise and the chin pops up, you know that exercise is too much, too advanced, too challenging, because you want to be able to keep the chin down and not compromise your alignment. We also want to lift the crown of the head in an ab prep with the neck in the right alignment. So let's begin taking the hands, interlacing the fingers, and then placing the hands behind your head. Now, we just talked about not wanting the ribs to pop, but if we're gonna lift the crown of the head and the neck muscles and the ab muscles are not strong, we're gonna wanna use the hands to support us until we get stronger. So let's start with the legs squeezing together, feet are flexed. You're gonna curl those toes towards you, squeezing through the inner thighs, buttoning the navel down. I want you to think of squeezing the glutes, squeezing the hamstrings, squeezing the quads. So you feel from your belly button down, everything is actively engaged, squeezing nice and taut, so that way you're creating stamina and stability in those muscles. Now we're gonna start with our inhale to prepare. On your exhale, you're gonna curl the upper body, gazing up towards the toes. Then you're gonna inhale to hold and exhale, slowly lower. 2 full breaths. Inhale to prepare. Exhale as you curl the body up. Inhale to hold, keeping that arch in your spine neutral. And then slowly lower back down. We're gonna do 8 more just like this. So breathe with me, 2 full breaths. Inhale at the bottom, exhale to lift, inhale to hold, and exhale as you lower. Again, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 5 more. Don't let the hips move. Keep the inner thighs and abs pulling in. Feel the glutes squeeze together. Last 2. 1 more, we're gonna stay up. Holding here, 10 little crunches. Exhale, up, up, don't go down, just lift. Exhale, you have 7, 6, navel pulls in, 5, 4, keep breathing, 3, 2, 1, slowly lower. Excellent job. Hopefully you felt that nice little burn right in the center of those ribs, the top abs we just used to work the upper back inflection. We kept the lower back in neutral. Now we're gonna work the lower back inflection. So we're gonna bend the knees, step the feet hip width apart. When we wanted stability, we had the legs together. Now we want mobility, moving those hips, so we're gonna have the feet apart to allow us to have that space. Now you're gonna start with that neutral spine. You're gonna take your inhale. Then on your exhale, you're gonna draw your pubic bone towards your belly button, moving into that imprint position. So this is our pelvic tuck. And then inhale, rock back to neutral, squared hips. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 4 more. Try not to squeeze your glutes. Try to just squeeze the abs. Good, you'll see why in a moment. Last 2. 1 more. Now we're gonna hold the imprint. So the abs are gonna stay nice and tight. We're gonna take the right leg into our tabletop. Now if you're using your butt to hold your imprint position, as soon as you lift that right leg, your glute will release, so your abs will pop. So that's how you know if you're using your abs. So now watch my core as you do this with me. We're gonna exhale to lift the right knee without letting the abdominals move. Then inhale, place the right foot back. No change. Blow out, squeezing the abs. Inhale through your nose as you place it back. Again, exhale. Inhale. So you're challenging the core with the weight of that right leg. And then placing it slowly back, controlling the body from moving, creating stability and strength in your core. Exhale. Inhale to lower. 2 more on this right side. Good, then we're gonna change to the left. Slowly plant the right foot, pause. Squeeze the abs before you lift. Exhale through your mouth as you bring the left knee in. Inhale as you lower. Now you should feel a little bit more work on this left side to control the body from that movement. Exhale and inhale. Good. Try to notice how it feels different as you work different sides of the body. Trying to make that mind and body aware. Good. Now we're gonna alternate. So hold, take your exhale, right leg in. Inhale to lower. Exhale, left leg. Inhale to lower. Exhale, right leg. Inhale, lower. Exhale, left leg. Inhale, 4 more. Last 2. You're doing great. Last one. Now we're gonna hold the left leg in the table. Kicking it up a notch, we're gonna keep the left one there. We're gonna add the right leg. Don't let the abs pop. So you're gonna draw down and in. Then on your exhale, bring the right leg up. Then slowly you're gonna place the left one down without changing the back. The back stays in that imprint. Exhale, bring the left one in. Inhale, lower the right. Again, exhale, bring the right one in. Inhale, lower the left. So exhale to bring it in. Inhale to lower. Exhale. Really feel those low belly muscles working. Last one on the left. Hold it there. Now I want you to bring the knees together so your back is still flat. You're gonna squeeze the knees and pulse them together to make them one leg. On your exhale, squeeze, squeeze. Now as you squeeze the knees, squeeze the inner thighs, I want you to start to feel your glutes squeezing together, like you're trying to hold a pencil between your butt cheeks. Squeeze. Then draw those low abs like a staple, pulling down, down. I really want to feel the pelvic floor, everything tightening as you squeeze, blowing out. 6, 5, deeper, 4, 3, 2, then hold the squeeze 10 seconds. 1, 2, we're gonna rest after this. 3, you're doing great. 4, keep breathing. 5, excellent job. Now slowly plant the right foot down, keeping the abs engaged. Then on your exhale, plant the left. Then rock the hips back to your neutral and take a relaxing breath. Nice work. Now I want you just to shift the hips side to side, or I should say the knees side to side, allowing the hips to move. Good. Releasing any holding in the lower back. Excellent. Good. Now from here, you're gonna slowly hug the knee into your chest. We're gonna roll the body all the way up, and we're gonna make our way to laying on our stomach now. So we learned the upper abs, we learned the lower abs. Now we're gonna learn the lower back, the upper back. So you're gonna slide yourself right in the center of your mat. We're gonna start with one hand stacked on top of the other, and then our forehead is gonna be on the hands, so that way your neck is in the right alignment to start. So, once you're here, you're gonna slide the shoulders into the body, so the shoulders go down away from the ears. Then we're gonna bend the knees and bring the knees as wide as the shoulders, heels together, toes apart. So we're using our Pilates V with the heels together, toes out, and we're bending the knees at 90 degrees, creating what we call a whale tail. So if you think of a whale and their tail, this is what we're gonna work with today. Now the first thing I want you to do is press the hip bones down into the mat. Your hips should be rooted into the ground, so that way that fires your lower back. Belly button pulls straight up into your spine. As you pull the belly button in and press the hips down, you're gonna fire your multifidus, which is your stability muscles in your lower back. Keeping that nice and active, we're gonna work on squeezing the glutes on your command. So a mind-body connection to engage the glutes. We're not gonna lift the knees yet. So our first set is just gonna be a contraction and then a release. We're gonna add the waist. I want you to cinch your waist when you blow out. So I want you to feel it right here on each side, activating these obliques. So we're gonna do this together. You're gonna start neck long, gaze down. You're gonna take your inhale as you prepare, then blow out through your mouth, squeeze your butt, squeeze your abs as you squeeze your heels. Then inhale, relax the glutes. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, relax. Feel the belly button pull in as you blow out, squeezing the waist. Then inhale, relax. We have 7. Keep the shoulders pulling down, so away from the ears. Neck stays long and relaxed. Good. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Hold that one 10 seconds. So we're going to breathe 10 breaths, I should say. Inhale, exhale. Now try to deepen your glutes. Try to squeeze your waist and your abs even more. 10 breaths. Excellent. Then slowly release, rock the hips out. Good. Now we're going to build on that. Press the hips back in. Squeeze the butt nice and tight. Little lifts of the knees up, pushing through your heels. Exhale up. Little movements. Your goal is to not let the shoulders tense. So as the knees go up, they can't go very high if you're not going to tense in the neck and shoulders. So you got to find that balance of your edge of being able to lift the knees without tensing the upper body. Exhale up. Inhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Hold it up 10 seconds. 1, 2, keep breathing. 3, 4, feel the abs. 5, keep breathing. Excellent. Release, straighten the legs, shake the hips side to side to relax your lower back. Nice job. Now slide the straight legs together. Once you have the legs together, we're going to do the same exact thing, but it should be a little more challenging now because we're adding inner thighs, pelvic floor, glutes, and abs all together. Take a nice deep inhale to prepare. Then exhale, squeeze. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze. 8 more. Inhale. Exhale. Remember, shoulders stay relaxed. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. I want you to squeeze and hold the squeeze. Exhale. Excellent. Now as you hold the squeeze of everything, we're going to start to add the upper body. We're going to take the whole upper body, hands, head, and chest in one unit. We're going to lift the upper body to a hover as we inhale. So let's do that together. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. As you lift, your hands and forehead stay together. You're training your neck to stay in a proper alignment as we do our back extension. So we're doing a small extension through the upper back. Inhale. Exhale, keep squeezing the inner thighs. 4 more. 3. Just lift as high as you can, squeezing the butt the whole time. Make sure the butt doesn't relax. The butt is your anchor, your support. Last 3. 2 more. 1 more. And lower. Nice job. Shake it out. So you're going to let those hips rock side to side. Let the head turn side to side. Excellent. So we just did our breaststroke prep number 1. Now we're going to move on to our breaststroke prep we just did number 3. Now we're going to do number 1. So what I want you to do is slide your hands into what we call our goalie post arms. So hands are gonna come on the outside of your mat. You're gonna have your hands about maybe a palm width in front of above your shoulders, and your elbows are gonna be down a little further away from the shoulders. So you have this movement. Now, you can have your feet together. You can always open the feet if it feels more comfortable on your lower back. I'm gonna work with my legs together, squeezing my inner thighs. We're gonna start with the shoulders. You're gonna inhale, pull the shoulders into your back, then start to peel the chest up slowly, gazing past the top of your mat. Don't look up. You're gonna exhale, lower back down. So your movement, shoulders pull in, then slowly peeling the chest up, gazing off to the top of your mat, and then slowly lower back down. We're gonna do 8 more like that. Inhale to lift, and exhale to lower. Inhale to lift, and exhale to lower. One more. Excellent job. Then we're going to do our breaststroke prep number 2. So we're going to bring the hands right by your side body. You can start by holding the palms to your sides. Notice how the shoulders drop forward. The head is hovering. We're going to slowly roll the shoulder blades together, lifting the trunk to hover, pushing up through the pinky, strong arms, and then slowly hover back down. Inhale, lift, squeeze the shoulder blades, press through the fingers, they reach down and long, and then exhale, lower. The head doesn't move from the original position, so your gaze stays down to the mat. You're reaching through the crown of the head like a dart, reaching through your toes, lengthening the body. We have 7, 6, 5, 1 more. Excellent job. From here, you're gonna plant the hands. You're gonna press up to hands and knees. We're gonna first bring the knees together. We're gonna round the body, tucking the head, tucking the tail in a deep full flexion. We just did extension, so we're gonna balance that out with flexion, scooping the abs. Good, then you're gonna slowly straighten it out into neutral. We're gonna spread the knees wide, big toes together, moving to a child's pose. We're gonna sit the hips back. Now you wanna have your feet flat, so you want your hips to come down as far as possible. Then you're gonna start to walk your hands forward, letting the forehead rest to the mat. Notice how the palms are flat, the elbows are lifted, the shoulders are squared. You're pressing your chest towards the mat, squeezing the belly muscles in. Notice that our hips are squared, they're not rounded. So in a child's pose, you're in neutral. Take 3 breaths. Keep the abs pulling in. Excellent. Then you're gonna come back to hands. We're gonna go to our shell stretch, knees together. You're gonna round your body so your hips come down towards the heels. They don't need a touch. You scoop the abs, and then you round your back, pulling the abs in, breathing deep. We're in a round flexion again. And then slowly come up. Now we're gonna end with our mermaid stretch. So let's start with the left foot out to the side, sitting tall, shoulders pulling out, opening up the heart center. Now the mermaid is gonna open up the side body. Now as you sit in this position, if it's not comfortable to have the knees like this, you can sit cross-legged. You can even do this in a chair if it's uncomfortable to have the hips like so. But if you notice, your leg that's turned out, that hip is slightly higher than the one that's tucked in. That's on purpose, because when we switch to the second side, you're gonna get that different stretch. So now we're gonna have the right hand planted. We're gonna inhale, take the left arm up. You're gonna reach over with the left arm, sliding the right arm down. You wanna have that shoulder pulled back and in. You can have a small bend in that elbow, reaching through the fingers. If you have the flexibility and you want to lower onto the elbow, you may, but you don't want to pull that hip with you. That hip should stay still. So you want to find where it works best for you to get this nice side bend, lateral flexion. Then you're going to inhale, lift, and exhale, sit tall, squeezing the abdominals, opening the shoulders, lengthening through the spine. So you're going to inhale, take the right arm, exhale. Now you may not be able to get as deep on purpose because remember the hips are uneven to get an oppositional stretch that feels slightly different. Then inhale up and exhale lower. Breathe. Notice 2 full breaths. Inhale, lift, exhale over. Inhale up, exhale, return. Again, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more with the right arm. Inhale, exhale. Now we're gonna switch. We're gonna bring that left one in, right one turns out, sitting nice and tall. Again, you wanna sit tall even if those hips don't root flat into the mat. Shoulders wide, neck is long. Now we're gonna start with the right arm. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, left arm, right arm, left arm. Last set. Excellent job. So we now finished our first lesson, just like I would teach you at the Pilates studio. So that will conclude our workout. I hope you enjoyed it. Shoot me a comment. I'd love to hear your feedback. So this is exactly how our first lesson is at the Pilates studio, and I'm glad I was able to share it with you. I hope you subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.